Hello again. It's early enough in the day that heat exhaustion hasn't set in yet, so let's do some more pondering, shall we? Specifically, I've been pondering how to solve the bottleneck situation that is the alchemic scroll. But knowing my luck, it's going to immediately resolve itself the moment I move on and stop thinking about it. So for now, I managed to make a new spell loadout for alchemy and put all the artifacts that increases the spell's special effects. And I did buy the upgrade for Transfigure, so now it makes more essence resources while it is moving on. And since Alchemic Scroll is an essence resource, as long as this Transfigure is going, I'm gonna get 14% more when I try to do the crafting. It's not much, but at my current level, it is all I can do. And I also did manage to finish this Shaped Ground. I was greedy and used it at max druid level. Cost me like 32 billion space resource. And I was like here for half an hour just clicking conjure space one after the other. It was a little boring, so be glad that you weren't around to see it. Now the thing here, you see, we are gonna need alchemic scrolls in the millions to make a full power create spring. But if I allow myself to not be all that greedy, we can go with a level 4. And the thing is, I don't actually know if the level matters at all with the water spring, because it does not seem to be changing any when I change the druidry level, so we're going to do a tiny little druidry level 3 create spring and see where that takes us. That's gonna take 2 minutes. Okay, we will do something else in the meantime. Oh, and I did actually buy some extra plot capacity, because I do need me some forestry. So this is currently where we are. Yeah, screw you, Alchemic Scroll. Now I need to do Force Bark and Thaumic Scroll in the millions. And I think I was working on getting items up to level 5. I think that is what I was going to do. So here we are. And of course, that is the downside of Transfigure. Especially if I forget to put the reserve levels back down. Silly me. Oh well. Then we just go back to this. And bam, we are full again. Starting off with wizardry and getting actually multiple levels in. Improved casting and improved charms is just amazing. I probably don't even need to level anything anymore, because I just have everything all the time. Ah, and here's our water spring. Wait, it wasn't even 2 minutes. What's going on here? Okay, this says destroy to make space. So does it only destroy the spring? Or the shaped earth as well? that would be a little annoying. But okay. So now this should be making water per second. But it does not gain any mastery. That is just a little concerning, I think. So, is there something I'm missing over here? Well, it's not like I can do anything about it. And the generation does in fact work. Yeah, this doesn't gain any mastery. Maybe it's a bug. Don't actually know if there is a new patch or not. I am having internet troubles lately, so I am mostly just playing this game offline and recording everything in advance. We'll see how that goes. Okay, this also increases plant growth speed, which is very nice. Oh, fruit trees down to 10 minutes. Forest trees down to 5. Okay, so the shaped ground does in fact get used up, turned into water spring. Well, alright. So now we don't need to make water anymore. That's going to be good enough for a while. Okay, take alchemy level back down, because all it does is give you speed with higher costs. And maybe let's brew a power potion here. No, actually, let's go for a mana potion. Just fill it up. Well, we can just do this. Good enough, I think. Yeah, and slotting it multiple times only increases the speed, not the strength of the potion itself, so we're going to let this cook for a while. 330k. I'm still just a tiny bit confused how this cost gets generated. Let's see. We can just get it like this, just barely. So, what do we have? Experience elixir again. Mentalist Salve needs items 8. And it gives mental per second. That's not bad. Psi is one of the things I have the least of. Transmute skill. Oh, but that needs really high levels of alchemy. But still, that would not be all that bad. Here's the thing. Does not, in fact, counteract the drain from Transfigure, so other than that, there isn't much I could use it for. It's not even enough for transmute control. So we can't make the machine perpetual. In that case, is there even a point to this? So do I want yet another potion? Or another skill to passively run in the background? Well, this this is one of those times when having more options does not in fact help me. For now, let's go with the experience elixir. One level of scholar is not that much of a dip. Oh, and now you're going for alchemic scrolls. Okay. Need more advancement. I am going to get it. Once I start getting more scrolls. Yep, gonna get 3 advancements. So let's go back to working on our stuff. Okay, all of these are good so far. Alternatively, we could just keep leveling alchemic ability for even more essence resource. Yeah, okay, this actually works. Since I did in fact one scholar up to level 2 for the knowledge brew. So we can work with this. Everything else is good. We have no drain currently, so we're just going to want 1,000 alchemic scrolls for now. Okay, let's just top stuff off a little bit. Can't neglect the upgrades from here either. Okay, while we wait for other stuff. Okay, reserve levels are down. I think some people like to keep this at maximum, but I think the cost is not worth it all that much. Like look, at reserve level 8, you gain almost triple the cantrip power, but almost 100 times the cost. I don't know about that. So we're just gonna keep doing this, which also has the added effect of gaining us a whole lot of psi because of the kinetic mind. And we're gonna need a little bit of this. There we go. Now that is better slightly. And of course we are down on psi again. But I do have a little trick for that, you see. Just gonna go for this and use a whole lot of psychic blasts and arcane aura to improve all the passive generations, as you can see. And while they are going, just get reserve levels up. Now look at this. It's a little finicky, but still, that is the easiest way that I know how to do this currently. Plus I have been using Psychic Blast for quite a while now. And because of this, the absorption emblem, that basically makes the next upgrade very cheap. I have been kinda supercharging everything, so I might be a little more powerful than you would be at this stage of the game. I do enjoy that quite a lot. I keep leveling Arcanum, but not really doing anything with it. I don't think I want to go all in on that. So I'm probably not gonna get Arcanism too. An Arcane Dominion is just echo casting. Chance for spells to cascade. Now we're doing this again. If it works, it works. Okay. Almost full on Psi again. So let's dip for now. I could use a free level for the strong augment. That would give it one free usage. That would basically not increase the spell weight. Do I even have anything that works raw? Not all that much, but sure. I have been going all in on this one. So now we have one free usage. 16 stacks of magic affinity and plus 24% of power per stack. That's nice. We're gonna need to go into the billions for another. That's a little ways away, so oh, right, and I have additional spare capacity. Because I did buy another level of extra charm. Was it the charm? Yeah, I think it was the improved charms. Well, that means that I could get even more strong into this. Sure, let's do that. Yeah, okay, so the first one is free. Oh yeah. And it looks like it works in a kinda weird way. Because if you look at it, at its base, it's about a 5,000% aura power, and at level 4, yeah, it's a little more than double. But you won't see me complain. Wait, does that mean... Yeah, looks like the free use actually works retroactively into any spell that has it. Interesting. So I might have to revisit all my loadouts in that case. Oh yeah. And not much I do with storm reserves. it's really just basically a free upgrade for me to gain Wizardry XP. Alright, here we go. It's all nice. One upgrade here. Oh yeah, and I also did buy one more spell. Turned out to be Industria. That's an even heavier extra conjuration. And would you know it, Dance expansion is in fact conjuration. So you saw what happened the last time. Let's see how much stronger this is. So we start with Whirling Sorcery. And a mass power is a toggle. So is Industria. Need to check it cause toggle and channel are very different things. Ah, and because of this we have one more spell capacity. Perfect. Wow, and I actually can fit all 7 levels of it into this. Now let's see about this. Boom. Oh yeah. And this is at the base. So how much stronger is that gonna be? Extra 400. Extra 667. Plus whatever you get from the mass. Plus 1,500%. Oh yeah. Just gonna time it right, so casting time 1 second for everything. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you kinda need to time it perfectly for the mass power, but I think we can do it. Now, instead of the 32.5 million paper, let's see how much we're getting. Oh yeah, 500 million paper. At one touch of a button. Yeah, I can live with this. I can very much live with this. So, there you have it. I have the strongest spell. Fight me, scrubs. And we can do... Okay, so the Thaumic Scrolls are holding us back a little bit. In that case, let's make some more. Just gather some focus emblems. Okay, I think 4 is gonna be enough. Just wait for the Blessed Wand. Okay, now that is some decent generation. And because of the magic affinity, that is going to keep increasing the longer it goes on. I probably could just slot something else with more power, so the magic affinity could keep stacking while the crafting is going on. But maybe that is unnecessary at this point. I'm also not sure about doing it this way with the bulk efficiency. Like, maybe it takes a lot more time, but I could get a little more out of it if I don't do it like this. But it works. And that is what matters, right? Okay, so now the limiting factor is our level of control, but I think I can work with that. Alright. I also could just... where is it? Oh, right, I removed that. I can't just go for rock necklace to improve resource quality, so it doesn't use... I would like it if I could just wear 2 pendants. Yeah, 10% off from everything would mean... yeah, does not actually give me all that much. So... Amulet of Agility increases physical speed, which is used for crafting speed. I don't know, is crafting speed actually good in this situation? Well, it probably is, if you're getting in bulk. So maybe if we go like this, and we're not actually using spells for this kind of crafting. It's not an elemental resource. We need to upgrade essence somehow. Put back the specialty gloves, just to gain some mastery. Okay. So if I go... ah, right. Yeah, I did want this. Because of the extra essence. And put the reserve back down. Now this might be actually doable, I think. Yeah, it always had that level of drain. Oh well, not much I can do about that. We're leaving this be for the time. Okay. Let's see how much we can squeeze out of this. Just let it run a little. Okay, maybe now. Well, it's not much. But with one more cast, it should be enough for the 1000. So we can go and grab biology. And maybe that will give us something that will make it better. Yeah, looks like it. Just get this up to max again. Alright. I do love it when numbers are maxed out. It's just such a satisfying feeling. Okay, now what we need is more Thaumic scrolls. And we are only limited with our knowledge capacity for that. This is gonna make us millions again. Hey, couldn't make it to 6. Maybe next time. Okay, there we go. 6 focus emblems. That's 14% crit chance. I think I can work with that. And maybe actually only start crafting once we do get a crit. I wanna see how far that goes. So, not this time. Okay. And while we wait, the potions are full, so they stopped working. Expert Scholar. Don't have Orb Advancement yet, so... just brew it once, maybe? Yeah, but that costs a lot. Now, we just leave this be. For now, anyway. Put these back in. Not that. And not that either. Okay, this is a charm, not a cantrip. So no power potion for now. Okay, let's try getting a crit here. There we go. 2.22,000%. That's very nice. And we gain double magic resource on top of everything. Very nice. Okay, we have discovered. So now the limiting factor becomes Force Bark again. Which I think I can do. Gonna need to do something with that. Yeah, this is still not gaining mastery. It's a little problematic, I think. Still no refund. Well, alright. So... Well, we can get a lot more force bark if we chop down the tree. Which would be a good thing. Because I have an idea about that. And Druid level 5. I have just enough skill that I don't need to worry about that. And for half an hour, it's gonna generate 2000 force bark per second. That can work. And the thing I was thinking about. We probably have something that increases energetic gain. A Psychic Blast only increases the base rate, so you do need something that generates on its own for that to influence. So none of that. Bam. A whole lot of upgrades. Very nice. Yeah, one more thing that is very nice about this strong glyph is that it adds primary, which is basically my strongest type of spell. So whatever the spell would normally be using, like Storm here, I don't have high enough level for Storm, but I can just substitute it. And that makes it even more powerful. So that's expansion instead of Arcane, which is currently only level 4 in this instance. It works with primary, and that is why it is so goddamn busted. Now I cannot improve this in any way, but what I can do is get to this loadout. And I don't think it actually updates, because with the Amulet of Agility you do get almost double physical speed, which influences the harvest speed. So this shouldn't be 30 minutes, should be a little faster than that, but still. Let's get the Emblem of Formation off cooldown. Because what this one does, after every spellcast or upgrade, it's gonna give us natural resources plus 2 seconds of building production. So while we are cutting down the tree, we're gonna gain even more force bark. That is what I'm banking on. And really, Conjure Space is just the fastest one that I have in this situation. That is why they are here. Yeah, my only problem is that if you don't have the levels to use a spell, you also cannot attach augments to it, so this Emblem of Formation cannot get any better than this. So instead, I should just superpower the recharge. That's 3000% more cantrip cooldown speed. I'll take that. What is the highest reserve level that would still make it worth it. I have about 500 billion. Okay, maybe at reserve level 5. No. Because you always get 2 seconds, no matter what. And that is literally the only thing I am interested in right now. So, okay, here we go. Let's see. Gonna do this. Do I grab another druid level? Nah, I think this one will work. Maybe let's try for level 6. We are gonna gain back a little bit of skill. Probably not gonna be enough. We can supplement it later. Okay, now, let's see. We start with this. And then we will see how much force bark we're gonna end up with. Okay, this way almost works. Not quite gaining back all the skill, but it is kinda close. Yeah, I think we were needing like $1.5 million to get to where we were the last time. That's probably good enough to shoot for. Okay, is there anything else I can do in the meantime? Maybe just a couple more alchemic abilities. Just for now. Maybe just some more transmute powers to get more out of this. Then get the control back. Ah, right. I can't cancel spells. Well, no matter. Boom. I just have it back. I could also play around a little bit. Just increase druid level while it's going on. Just for a small burst. But let's not. Oh, I have one more Spark Chaos upgrade. That gives a random relic, you say. Relics provide permanent buffs. Oh, wait, that's a different type than just a treasure. Okay. So we're probably gonna hit that. And maybe the way to go about that. Yeah, just raise reserve level a little bit. And that's enough for spark generation. But it takes a lot of force bark. Well, it's not like I'm not gonna make more. I'm interested in the relics. And we got a Mind Stone. Permanently improves your mental abilities. Gain 100 cogitating XP, which is permanent +1 cognitive advancement and scholar levels. Also, I just get this for free. Okay, sure. Wait. This counts as a treasure, right? So... But it also counts as an item, so... If I were to... Come on, where is it? If I were to have item mastery, and it gives replenish, does that mean that I have a chance of using this multiple times for even more permanent bonuses? Because that might be preferable actually. Extra special for consumables. Yeah, it's kinda tempting to wait and go with this. Just to see if I can maybe double it. But just for now. Let's use it. The fact that it stays around tells me that there is a way to get more treasures, relics later, so... Oh, wait, relic. Oh, I see it now. That's what the archaeology is for. Improves the effect XP made by relics. Okay, so eventually we are going to get more of these. So they're gonna make more XP and level up faster if we have archaeology. Okay. I think I'm understanding how this works. Okay, let's get a little more control. Just to make sure that that is not the problem. Ah. And I left the reserve on again. Dang it. There we go. Now we're doing good. Almost halfway down. And now let's generate some more. .84 seconds cooldown. That's amazing. Okay, one more cast. Okay, 2 million force bark. That will do. Okay, need to wait for this. What can I do in the meantime? Preferably something that doesn't cost me all that much. Okay, we leave this one running. How are we looking over here? Okay, now the Thaumic scrolls are the weakest links. I think I'm okay with that. Doubles elemental resource cap. I think I'm good like that. Okay, let's wait just a little more. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Because having full stacks of accelerated gives all resource. And when they say all resource, they do mean all resource. So I don't need water in the current stage of things. So I could get recharge. And if no, weak is not good for cooldown. Four accelerated per second. Kinda prohibitive with the cooldown though. Kinda the same one with here. And magic affinity does not in fact help us with what I want to do. So yeah, maybe we just put a quick one in here. So we're gonna use one transfigure to gain more essence and toggle both of these recharges so we get high enough for the accelerated stacks. That should give us even more. And we will see about that. But yeah, so far looks good enough. Probably. This is just power, not specials. Okay. So preferably, I would like to go for 2000 alchemic scrolls. Just so I can knock both upgrades out at once. But we'll see. Maybe further decreasing crafting cost and building resource quality would mean that I use less of the bark, and that's good. Maybe I just give some free levels to this one. Okay. This has level 1, so does that mean that I can theoretically double up on it? Nope. And it looks like you cannot get out of using it once you hit it, so what should we do with this speed? And let's just give it to the construction aura. Good enough, maybe. Okay, I have 6.5 minutes to figure stuff out. I can work with that. So we go back to this. Just finish grinding a little more production. And then I also should just buy a couple of these upgrades. Because why not? Okay, one more minute. Wait. Well, could have sworn I have more time. Maybe I am accelerating things somehow, or my sense of time is just shot. That can also be a thing. Okay, this is gonna be just enough to generate some things. Gonna wait for the recharge again. Okay, let's go. Okay. And I think that's about as much as I can get out of one tree. Okay, so this way I still made over 3.5 million from a single force tree at druid level 6. I think that is actually quite doable. Okay. If I take the amulet of agility off, are things gonna slow down? Yep. Okay, so that's what it was. I understand now. Yeah, so I think this is about as good as it gets, making it about 100 times with these resources. Yep. Alright. Now let's grab some fruit. Still no refund. Well, screw you too then. At some point, if I'm idle, I should just make and unmake Void Moss for the mastery. And you're still not gaining mastery. Oh, that bothers me much more than it should. Okay. So, let's see if what I think is correct. Gonna pop the transfigure for more essence resource, and then hit the recharge for the accelerated for even more resource. And everything else works just fine. Okay. Let's see. And then hit the other recharge, so we always stay at full stacks. Okay, we got about 600 out of a single use. Okay. That's probably decent enough. So, let's learn biology now. See if maybe we gain something good. Learn refinement. Okay. Now what do we get? Alchemy discovery. Research electric. Who was that? Learn how to manipulate alchemical energy, allowing you to create and dismantle energetic materials. Well, force bark is energetic. So... okay, and so that is for the alchemy machine, right? Sounds interesting enough, I guess. Okay, we can grab scholarism alchemy as well. And now we got no upgrades. Oh, what's this? Learn the attributes related to improving extraction alchemy. Yeah, that's a little ways away. 1 billion to 8. You know, I do have the cube that I just don't use all that much. That. Oh, at present it increases our resource cap. Almost tenfold. Yeah, okay, I can quite literally do this. Just need to switch expand magic with gather knowledge, and then I can just get all of these resources. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh yeah. Just gonna have everything in one go. No, wait. Now I'm gonna have everything in one go. And we can do a level 2 for the price of 1. Oh yeah. I'm still going to fill up everything, even with the cube. How awesome is that? And I do not have dedicated artifacts for the cube. I don't think this counts, right? 956. 1.02 vessel per second. Okay, so it only makes the vessel emblem, which increases our resource caps once again. So at current, yeah, I don't need that, but I do need the weighted pendant. And at this point, maybe not even the blessed staff. Let's just put the static gauntlets on. Let it gain some mastery. This weighted pendant is all I need currently. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine with the cube like this. Just thinking if maybe I can do anything more about it. But probably no, so... let's see. Okay, this is going to slowly ramp up. just barely missed it. Well, I feel cheated. This said, almost tenfold over resource cap. Oh, maybe they mean the base. Okay, bam. That's the way to do it. So, what did we get? We're just gonna let it run like this. Maybe buy 2 wisdoms. And the resilience. We are getting pretty high with these. Oh, we are in the trillions of mana. I like that. Everything else is good. Okay. We have something new. With the refinement, I think. So that's gonna be the basic one. And while we're here, get this going. I'm not sure if there's a relation between the size of the trees that you're planting and the size of the forest tree that you're turning it into. So maybe I don't even need to do all of this. You can't just make a tiny tree and turn it into a big forest tree or fruit tree or whatever. I don't know. Okay, we're going with that. Gonna turn that back into a forest tree. So all is well. And what did we get over here? Oh, nothing new. Okay, so it's just gonna be this one. Okay. And it's required, so... Okay, extract wood. Break down wood into organic material. Drains wood into biotic capacity. No, that's just for the machine. So you're breaking down wood, but what exactly does that give us? Okay, this one's also required, so refine organic. Okay, now we're gaining organic essence. Natural and essence. Okay. And we're back to the millions. Okay. So we don't even have the capacity. Ah. Oh, I get it now. So you have to start with extract wood to give you the capacity to do a refine organic. And at max we can do this. Gain some organic essence. And since that is also natural, we can just start gaining a tiny bit amount of it with this. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I am not in any danger of running out of wood. Like ever. So that is good. But what does this organic essence unlock? I wonder. Ah, imbue organic. For 33k. Yikes. But it does increase everything druidry. So that's nice. Grow magic herbs. Makes mage bloom. Which can turn into mage bloom. Well, okay. This is something very specific. I see no use for it just yet. And nothing else. Okay, we got study chemistry and studying. Just grab one of these. So we can say that we have it. Did not see the maximum of the psi with the cube. Let's stop this and maybe get back to elementals a little bit. Like so. Okay. Now I do want this out of the way. That can be done. But not right now. Okay, and we are where we should be. Okay, start on the tree. It is going to stall just for a little bit once the channel spark runs out. And we can buy another of this. Okay, and now we have the force tree back. Very good. Yeah, even if I do nothing, it will only empty in 22 hours. That is plenty. Yikes, I really do want another artifact. Just not at this cost. So we have these. Mentalist's book. Mental resource quality. Oh, that's actually nice. Makes all the others cost less. And our chemical tome. Control per second. I need at least one of those. Just so the generation will get buffed. Okay. So it's all good. And I don't currently need this. It's just fun to play around with. Oh, what's this? Refinementship. Material savvy. That needs level 6 items, okay. Just gonna grab one of these. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it running a little bit. What if I increase? Okay, and that just straight up doubles the speed, okay. I can work with that. Just not sure if I want to. So now we are back to needing a whole lot more of the alchemic scroll. But at least we are going somewhere. Also gonna need a lot of ability advancement if I want electric. I don't know, kind of feels like a low-hanging fruit. Maybe with the greater lab. Yeah, I do want this. For a little more capacity. Just one, so I have one slot to do some other stuff. That's good enough, I think, and that leads to improved lab. For more capacity. Yep, and that gave us improved lab. Where are you? There it is. Improved lab. Okay. So, theoretically, if I remove one refine organic and then one extract wood, because I do not need it in that case, I still have enough for one of these. Sure, let's see an XP elixir. Oh, 800 seconds. Yeah, quarter speed is no joke. We still have this one lab equipment upgrade. If I get reserve level back up. Okay, that still does not counteract the drain. But it does like this. Oh goddamn, I'm full again. And interestingly, it did not actually overfill it. Let's get one more Wizard XP. Conjuration versus alteration. I'm kinda good on everything, actually. Can get some wizard auras. Stone forging. That's good for the force bark as well. And just spend the rest on infuse spark. Some arcane reserves. Not that I will ever use arcane. Not even sure why I picked it up. Aside from dance expansion. That is very, very dope. But I think I could have also done some other stuff too. Okay, 25 more upgrades for an orb advancement. Maybe let's not take it from here. You know what? we're gonna go back to the orb and grab ourselves another glyph. Just for fun. I think I'm perfectly okay with this assortment. But maybe there is one that I wouldn't mind. Yeah, feels like just gaining more stacks of magic affinity is going to do us so very good. And since you're here, let's pull it back down. And then just peel the bark. How low do I need to go? Level 3. For 12 hours. Yeah, sure. It's not like I can do much. Like this only goes for 5 minutes, but has an insane drain. Not sure I can counteract it. You know what? Let's give it a try. Yeah, this can be done. It's just a tiny bit tedious. It is exactly the thing I did with the shaded ground. So I am not going to let you see this. This will take a while. Now the upside, it does in fact give us quite a lot. And maybe, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I can do it the other way. Okay, let's put this down to a minimum, just so it doesn't drain. Wow, at level 1 it's gonna take 2 days. Yeah, not gonna do that. But what I was thinking about doing was actually switching things up a little bit. Yeah, down to 1 day. This is much more easier. So, if I were to remove Conjure Space and put Construct instead with a strong, like this, then we should be benefiting heavily from the amount we're getting per second. And this one also has a decently low cooldown. Let's see about that. Just gonna wait a little bit. Okay, now if I were to put it back up to the max. Was it the max? Yeah, probably. So now let's see. Oh yeah. Now we're gaining thousands per cast. Oh yeah. And imagine if I actually had enough wizardry so I could attach glyphs to this thing. That would be that much better. Yep. And all the magic affinity that we are keeping at a high level. Because these are also creating more stacks. Plus this. Yeah. I think we're good. And maybe if I even up the reserve level. Yeah, at this point I barely even feel the drop in the mana cost. But what I do feel is the knowledge cost of the construct spell, so yeah, with my current capacity, reserve level 1 is plenty. I'm still making so much more. Yeah, now the only thing that would make this build perfect is if I were to also get the stuff that increases emblems. Where was it? I think it was this one. Empowered emblems. Needs level 13 augments for it. But even more max stacks and emblem power. Sounds awesome. The only thing is that I always go for augments anyway, so I wanted to do something different in here. Oh, wait a minute. We did get a refund, look at that. It is in recovery, but it's also here. So that is how it works. Well, basically, we're having it for free then. Unfortunately, it's not like it's gonna give us another 3. Just because it's in cooldown and also not. Oh well. Yeah, this will take a long while. I think I'm going to leave you here. Just gonna play around a little bit more. Get some more alchemic scrolls. And then we will see how things go. Just need one of these. Okay. So yeah, I think we did a lot today. Not much advancement, all things considered. But we are getting there. And we're also getting our XP elixir. So that is nice. I don't think I want to go for 3 million scrolls. It's just not feasible with what we have currently. But what I do want is something more with these living materials. Would be nice to find something more. Oh, and we're done already. Nice. Collect the fruit. Ah, 2 refunds. Nice. So, here we are. Everything is nice. There's our potion. We'll probably try it out next time. And I will see you once I have 1,000 scrolls. And then we can continue. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.